It's great to be here with all of you on Earth Day. We had hoped to do this outside, but the weather didn't totally cooperate, so we decided to play it safe and come inside. But today we have a major announcement, and we thought it fitting to do it on Earth Day because it's a huge announcement about how Rhode Island can further cement its position as being the North American leader in offshore wind. And because we are quite literally birthing that industry in America, in Rhode Island, and off the coast of Rhode Island, we are going to receive massive economic development and job creation benefits because of that first mover advantage. And the announcement that we're making here today will explain that. To put it in context, you may remember it was just about a year ago that we were all together at the Port of Providence, and I announced at that time that Rhode Island had chosen the Revolution Wind project with 50 offshore wind turbines to be our next project. To put that in perspective, that 50 turbine project will create enough electricity to power about half of the homes in Rhode Island. So 270,000 homes a year. We started off the coast of Block Island with a handful, a pilot, and now we're moving into enough green offshore wind power to put enough electricity into half the homes in Rhode Island. So that is positioning us to be a leader in the industry. Today, I'm announcing a second announcement that Ørsted U.S. Offshore Wind, the developer behind the Revolution Wind project, has pledged an additional $4.5 million to support offshore wind education and workforce development to continue growing the industry. And there are a number of representatives from Ørsted here today, and I'd like to thank you for that. This $4.5 million will support our efforts to strengthen our talent pool. We know, as I said before, we're the first. That industry is being born in Rhode Island. If we're going to capture all of the job benefit, all of the economic development benefit that goes with that, we have to invest in talent, we have to invest in the ecosystem, we have to invest in research and development, and we have to do that with our private sector partners. And this $4.5 million is a huge step forward in that direction. The investment includes a $3 million investment in higher education for offshore wind programs at URI, and President Dooley is here to talk about that. And as we know, URI has long been a leader in ocean engineering, ocean science, and environmental science. And Ørsted will also invest $1.5 million to support the development of Rhode Island's offshore wind supply chain and workforce programs through Department of Labor and Training and Commerce Secretary Stefan Pryor is here. So it's really a twofer. Invest in the research so we can maintain our leadership position, and invest in job training and workforce development so that Rhode Islanders will have the skills they need to get the good jobs that are going to be created by Ørsted, but also the supply chain that's going to grow up around Ørsted to create the supply chain for the offshore wind industry. I couldn't be more excited. A year ago when we stood, it was an incredibly windy day at the Port of Providence. I said this was the beginning of something big, and today it's just further proof of that. And I want to thank Revolution and Ørsted for being a great corporate citizen and investing these millions of dollars to make sure we're successful and to make sure Rhode Islanders have the skills they need to get the jobs, what I believe will be thousands of high-paying jobs in the years to come in a high-growth industry. So thank you to all of you who brought us here today.